is a beautiful day in Silverton, Colorado. We're getting ready to head up over Stony Pass. We're taking Silverton, Stoney Pass over to Creede, Colorado. Now this is an awesome trip. I think it's one of the more underrated ones in the San Juans. You always hear about all the other trails like Black Bear and the Alpine Loop and Poughkeepsie, but I think this way over to Creede is really underrated. And also the mines around Creede are some of the coolest around.
And the geologic site, that's what I want to see.
Yep, so after we get to Creede, we're going to go through Creede to the other side, and then we're going to Wheeler Geologic Area. We've been wanting to get over there for years now, right? And we're just trying to get it to all line up. So we got three different vehicles with friends with us today too, so we're looking at making a nice long weekend out of it. We're planning on camping over by Wheeler Geologic Area, spending the night over there, and we'll just see how far we get the next day, hitting the Bachelor Loop and making a multi-day trip out of this. You kids ready?
Yeah.
You kids excited to go somewhere new?
Yeah.
All right, who likes overlanding? You do?
What? Maddie, you always say in the rock crawlers that you miss when we all used to ride together in the same vehicle. And now we're riding together in the same vehicle.
Yeah.
We are packed tight in here. We've got all of our camping stuff. We've got
3 dogs.
3 dogs, 4 people, and
Stuff for 3 days on the trail.
enough stuff. Yeah, we're not set up for we're not set up for overlanding, so I don't know, something we need to improve on in the future, but we're gonna have fun, do a little tent camping, have a good time.
Stony Pass starts right outside of Silverton, Colorado. It takes around 4 hours and is about 40 miles long if you run the pass straight through. We spent a little bit more time on it as we had stopped for lunch. Now there's also a couple other offshoot trails like Kite Lake and Buffalo Boy Tram House, which are 2 really cool side options to take if you have the time. Due to the high number of bad accidents that have happened on this pass in the last few years, the local newspapers have dubbed this now one of the most dangerous stretches of road in all the San Juans.
So Stony Pass starts right outside of Silverton. You head towards Howardsville, right outside of Silverton, and that's where Stony Pass starts. So we start working our way up, and there's all these awesome old mines to stop at. My favorite's the old 100 gold mine, and there's the old 100 boarding house that's way up on the mountain, and it's just
This is the mine, right?
this is it right here. So we can either go down low or go which way?
Let's go down low.
Okay.
By the creek. There's a creek
Yeah.
that runs beside the mountain.
Yeah, so basically there's a couple different ways you go. The one way takes you close to the mine tour, but it's pretty amazing that old boarding house is still up there, way up on top of those mountains. It's just hard to believe they were able to build it, and because it is way the heck up there. But it's really cool views, and what I like about this pass, a couple things I like about this pass. 1, the views are awesome. There's a lot of 2, there's a ton of old cool mines on it. And then 3, it's not as busy as the other passes around here, because like the Alpine Loop and all these other places have gotten so busy, not a lot of people think about Stony Pass. Way up near the top of that mountain is the old 100 boarding house, and super cool. A lot of history there. And I just don't even know how they made that place up on the face of a cliff. It's so high up there. I mean, I tried to fly a drone up to it one time, and it was like even hard just to get my drone up near it. But
Remember that time we stayed in one of the boarding houses over here on a snowmobile trip?
that was Eureka, right?
Yeah, I would be cool to show the kids that, because it was all like old-fashioned and like it was old.
That's true. That's a super cool
That'd be
place
cool
to spend the night.
Yeah.
Like old mining history. What they did is they remodeled an old boarding house in Eureka, and I think it's still open to stay in it. And you can stay in it. It has the old doors and the old, it's just like staying in an old-fashioned mining boarding house.
Yeah, and they feed you like community-style dinner, like back in the day. Like you feel like you came after a day of snowmobiling, you came back like old miner would and ate.
Yeah.
Whatever the cook was serving. And
That's really cool. But this area, you get up near the Buffalo Boy area, and that's another one that we did a video on a couple years ago. That road that goes to the Buffalo Boy mine, I saw recently, has actually become one of the most dangerous roads in this area, in the San Juans, with the amount of accidents that's happened on it. It's very narrow, it has very steep drop-offs, and if you make one wrong move, it can be bad really fast. So there's been more accidents on that one than Black Bear or any of these other places lately, so people got to be careful out there. This one, if you take it, just goes up to a hill. So as we start up Stony Pass, the road's pretty narrow and it starts turning into a shelf road pretty quick. So these shelf roads always have their own, inherent danger. You really just got to keep your tires on the road.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Keep your eyes on the road. Not too much gawking.
Yeah.
Or
no looking at mines.
No, or in my case, looking at old mines. Making Lydia nervous as I look at old historic mines.
Not looking at the road.
So we got a mixed group with us today. We got 2 Jeeps.
Almost identical.
Yeah, Mike and Tara's Jeep is almost exactly the same as our Hard Rock. It's a little bit newer, has a couple extra options. Otherwise, pretty much same exact model.
Same color.
Yeah, same color, everything. Like, that's super cool. Yep. And then we got a couple Toyotas with us as well. So we got a good mixed group. 2 Toyotas, 2 Jeeps.
When heading up Stony Pass, this is the most dangerous section along the entire pass. You can see here it's very narrow and it's very steep all the way down to the bottom. So if you did put a tire over that side, that's how these accidents can be so bad so quick. The other issue is it's so narrow, there's no room to pass. So if you come across someone, it can be very difficult.
So you can see it's not long before this road gets very narrow and has very tight passing areas. So people just have to really be careful. There's a bad side-by-side accident here a few weeks ago where a whole family got ejected from a side-by-side. So I don't know what happened, whether they're trying to pass somebody or something, who knows. But it's just a reminder, just really have to be careful on these roads because, man, that would be an absolute nightmare. Now look at this one.
I really hate to hear about these incidents where people are getting injured out on these passes. I can't imagine how horrible that would be to roll down something like this. I just really want to remind people of the hazards out on these narrow, high country roads.
Hey.
At this sign is where you can turn left to go up the Buffalo Boy mine as a side option, or you can continue on Stony Pass.
So heading up Stony Pass here, we're
almost to the top.
Yeah, we're almost to the top. We're up on above tree line. We're getting to the top of tree line. And so far, knock on wood, it hasn't been busy at all. We haven't seen a single person go in the other direction, which is awesome. I mean, midsummer, and that's why I like this one. It's not nearly as busy as the other passes.
It's fun to mix it up and do something different, though. And I never seen Creede before. That's what you always do. You go see Creede, and then you're like, oh, I already seen it.
I didn't say
and
that.
The rest of us never get a chance to see it.
I never said that.
But you've said it about a lot of different places. It took me 10 years to get to the old strip in Vegas because you kept saying it was no good and you already saw it.
That's not true. Anyway, look, I love Creede. I think it's awesome. Excited to get back.
Yeah, Rob's seen it before, just never took his family.
You guys went to Alaska without me, so. And that's why it has to be Colorado, that's pretty. Yeah. All right, so we're getting almost to the top. And we've only crossed past 2 other vehicles going the opposite direction, which is not busy at all. One was a dirt bike, one was a truck. So it's been awesome today, real quiet.
Yeah, a perfect day too.
The sun's shining, it's just perfect out. We'll see if the weather holds out all this weekend. There's a chance of some thunderstorms and stuff, so hopefully it doesn't thunderstorm on us tent camping.
Yeah, but good thing we got the Jeep and the hardtop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, if it gets too bad, we can always escape to the Jeep.
Yeah, our tent's big enough where we won't get wet. We won't be near the edge.
It's rained on us in that tent before, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, the kids certainly picked a ginormous tent.
You kids
Actually, Ems picked it. She saw glamping and picked it.
You picked the glamping tent.
Right, Ems? It was Ems's choice. Ems has good taste. She has good taste. Always picks good stuff.
All right, we are at the top of Stony Pass. Perfect day out here. What do you think? It's gonna be a nice day out here?
Yeah, it's very rocky.
It's right. Is that why they call it Stony Pass?
Probably.
I think so. It's a perfect day.
Pretty wonderful. Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, glad you guys could make it. It's awesome.
There's cool creatures at the pond.
What'd you find over there?
They looked like a tadpole, but then they flipped over upside down, and they looked like an underwater centipede.
An underwater centipede?
That's cool.
That sounds cool.
We're at the top of Stoney Pass right now.
Just after taking a little break, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Everybody stop, take a little break. Now we're heading back down, and I actually haven't driven this stretch before, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah. Amanda told me on the way down we have to look and see there. I guess there's like a heart-shaped rock outcropping that we have to look for.
Okay.
She said you can't miss it. Want me to tell him?
Just say, yeah, that makes it, Aaron, I don't know.
Now you're a true overlander?
Yeah.
Mike, you're a true overlander now.
Don't tell Seth.
Say Seth.
Seth is going to be watching all of these videos and no.
Don't tell Seth.
I'll just tell him to go shine his boat.
Go wax that boat, Seth.
You know what? Seth wanted to come with us, but he couldn't because his razor wouldn't go on the highway. Maybe he needs to become an overlander.
It's time for Seth to get an overland rig.
Yeah.
I shouldn't necessarily say
I'll just hit him with a bunch of peer pressure.
Yeah, we'll have to call him later this evening.
3 in the morning. So somewhere right around here, I thought there was a sign or something, is the headwaters of the Rio Grande, the infamous Rio Grande River. And this area is where that whole drainage starts. And
So we can float to Mexico,
pretty much, just float on down the river.
stick our paddle boards in and float.
Yep, we'll just paddleboard to Mexico. It's kind of funny that everybody has taken this term overlander so far, because back in the day, I used to just call it jeeping. I'm like, we're just gonna go drive cool places in our Jeep, and then the whole overland thing became like a whole deal, and now if you just go drive cool places, you're an overlander, but...
Yeah, Rob's an overlander. We're gonna get some bolt-on stuff. Like maybe a gas tank and those board thingies that make...
Yeah, we gotta get the tracks and the gas tanks and all that stuff. Like
maybe a cooler on the roof.
Yeah,
Roof
but,
rack.
well, we'll get that with the next Gladiator, huh?
Yeah, we'll put all that overlanding junk on Ems's car.
Well, I do think we'll get
just borrow Ems's Gladiator.
I do think we'll get a rooftop tent, right?
We can get a rooftop. I'm not
on the Gladiator. Yeah.
Not on my car. I can't do the roof rack. That's not for me.
But anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna set up. But I always just called it just jeeping.
It's actually my Jeep, so you need permission before you add any extras. my car.
Okay, I'm gonna get you the full.
drive line down there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I needed a new driveline, but Dad's not about that. Any extras for my car without permission.
Same here.
I do not want
Same
any
here.
extras that are not a necessity or that look interesting.
But like I was saying, I always just called it just going Jeeping. Just driving your Jeep in cool places. And that's what I love about this stuff is we've always done it. We've always just enjoyed driving our Jeep in cool places, whatever people want to call it. We just kind of...
He's denying being an overlander. He's denying it.
I don't really care what term it is. I just enjoy being outside in cool places. So, whatever you want to call it. Observation coming down the other side of Stony Pass towards Creede is there's a ton of beetle kill.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. A huge amount of dead trees.
Yeah, I mean the beetle kill back here is some of the worst I've seen in a long time.
Look over on this side, Rob. There's
It's
almost like mountainsides of beetle kill.
And so this beetle kill seems to go in cycles all over Colorado. Like I was saying, the beetle kill around here is some of the worst I've seen in Colorado. Over on the Lake City side, the Slumgullion Pass area, last time I was there it looked like this too. But it seems to go in cycles, and then all these trees will fall over and new trees will grow up. I mean,
You can see the new ones going up in between them.
Yeah, it seems to happen all over the state. Just goes in these cycles, kills off all the older, weaker trees.
Oh, there's old Heart Rock over there.
At night or something, I don't know what it is, but pretty cool. Oh, look
looks
at
like
Maddie's
there's
using her imagination, you're right.
Bye, what you doing back there? Taking a nap? Yeah, Pat's back there. Are all the dogs in the very back? Man, dog pound.
All right, looks like we got a log blocking the trail. We're gonna have to roll up to. You think we can make it across, kids?
Yeah.
We'll see.
You gonna go over this thing?
Yep, we're gonna take on the log.
We came across a tree that had fallen across the road. We didn't have a saw on us, so we decided let's just drive over it.
Oh no, Mom's Jeep. Well, broke some of it apart. No problem for the 4Runner.
Spoke too early.
Amanda packed too heavy.
Rob broke all the traction.
Just a little bump for the Jeep. Not a problem at all, huh? Right over the big tree.
We made it over the log, no problem. Everybody did, huh?
Yeah.
All right, now we are rolling towards a little stream. You think we should try to splash it a little bit?
Yeah. Let's make a big splash.
All right, let's try.
As we get over to Pole Creek, this area can be dangerous as well when this creek is running high. Someone got washed away in this just last year.
we've been dropping down in elevation, and we got to a stretch of road, was pretty smooth, and then we get to this one stretch that's a fair bit rougher. It's kind of steep, loose rock.
In the forest.
Yeah, but we're...
Like foresty, like it looks like a lower mountain trail.
Yeah, super cool area. Lots of, oh, I turned that on.
You're really good at hitting the stereo.
I'm really good at trying to talk on the GoPro and bumping the stereo
usually
buttons.
call somebody.
Yeah, usually I hit the phone button, and then it says I'm trying to call someone, but my hand hits those buttons. Anyway, this is a super cool area, and the other positive about this is there's not many other people. We've hardly seen anybody else. Midsummer out here.
Killing it on the V-notch back there.
Alright, we are cruising down now, right past Rio Grande Reservoir. So this whole side of this pass I've never been on before, but it's super nice. There's all these great like little fishing holes, fishing creek areas to stop at, campgrounds, camp spots, and now we're down by the reservoir. And this area is really nice.
Yeah, it is. It's super nice. A lot of like cool camping spots you could go back to that were right by that creek.
It is, and it's just a little bit different looking rock. It's funny, you go to all these mountains are connected, but like everywhere just has its own little like unique looks to it. But
yeah, this reservoir looks really pretty too.
It's a big reservoir too. It reminds me of the reservoir in Lake City. Cruising down the highway, we turned off from the Rio Grande Reservoir road. After the reservoir, it really turns into just a gravel road down to the highway. And then we get down to the highway, and then we take a right, and we're headed towards Creede now. We're gonna stop, refill on supplies, and then head towards Pool Table Mesa.
Yep. It's about 20 miles to Creede. Kids are sleeping.
Yeah, the kids are
Dogs are all sleeping back there too. Kids, dogs. I even took a 15-minute nap.
Everyone's taking a little afternoon slowdown. And we'll go refuel and go hit the trail again. But that was Stony Pass was cool. I really liked the Rio Grande side. It was nice. It wasn't busy. Really nice country, but it was further than what I expected. It's definitely further than what I expected. Rolling into Creede. This is such a cool, scenic town. Just amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna get some gas and head out.
We'll get some gas, reload on supplies, and then we'll be back here tomorrow to take on the Bachelor League.
Creede, Colorado is one of my favorite small Colorado towns. It just has a really unique appeal to it. After all, the fire station is built into the mountain. Like literally, it's built inside the mountain. There's so many cool things about this town. It's also really OHV friendly. You can see people driving UTVs, ATVs, all of that right through the middle of town, as there's still OHV routes through this town. I appreciate towns that still appreciate off-highway vehicles, and I like to support those towns. In our next video, we're going to be going out to Wheeler Geologic Area. This is a place we've never been before, and it's absolutely amazing and a fun 4x4 trip to get to. We're also going to be exploring around the town of Creede a little bit more, as well as exploring some other ghost towns around the San Juans. Make sure to check back in and follow the adventures, because we're going some really amazing places that I want to share with everyone.